Donald Trump arrives at the pro-globalisation World Economic Forum in the luxury Swiss resort of Davos, seeking to promote his nationalist America First agenda.
All these questions are why the president is coming. Those that don't want to listen to him, they can leave.
Turkey's foreign ministry hits out at the US, saying Washington hasn't kept a single promise on the Kurds and that there's no trust between the countries. It comes as Turkey pledges to extend its offensive against the US-backed Kurdish militia in northern Syria. Plus, a Moscow neighborhood is left stunned after a model student kills his flatmate and posts the grisly details online before committing suicide. It's 5 o'clock here in Moscow, and you're watching RT International live from our studio with me, Nadira Tudor. Welcome to the programme. President Trump is in the Swiss resort of Davos for the World Economic Forum. He's expected to push his America First policy to the global elite. RT's Jacqueline Vuga is following developments.
The White House has confirmed that Donald Trump will be bringing with him his signature brand of economic nationalism, both to his speech on Friday and likely while he meets with other world leaders throughout the next 2 days. And his transportation secretary yesterday didn't mince her words when giving her a recommendation of what people can do if they don't want to listen to that message.
America First is a continuation of the affirmation of American exceptionalism. I don't think, well, I think this, all these questions are why the president is coming. And again, I think Davos should feel very flattered that he has chosen this as a forum.
I hope.
And so for those that don't want to listen to him, they can leave. Yeah. This is part of what discourse and discussion is all about.
Donald Trump will be shortly meeting with the UK Prime Minister Theresa May after she gives a speech where she will likely discuss Brexit. And that's a very un-globalist theme at a forum that usually has a very globalist center. And we've seen that throughout the week, an interesting point of view coming from European political bigwigs. They seem to be promoting a Europe First idea. And while that's maybe not as nationalist of a theme as America First, it's not globalist either.
Ladies and gentlemen, my first message is that France is back. France is back at the core of Europe because we will never have any French success without a European success.
If between our 27 member states we're not able to send a clear and united message to major powers such as China, India and the United States, if foreign policy is made on the national level, then we will fail.
And that's not the only clash of ideas that we're seeing here at Davos. Throughout the week, we've seen protests against Trump's visit throughout Switzerland in a number of cities. Bern, Geneva, and Zurich all to be included, and more are planned later today here in Davos, but it's unclear whether or not those will be able to go forward, as earlier in the week authorities did say that rallies wouldn't be possible due to weather conditions. But in all actuality, we haven't seen any significant snowfall since Monday, and all the streets are quite clear.
We discussed the upcoming talks with economist Keith Boyfield.
What do I expect from Mr. Trump's visit to Davos tomorrow? An awful lot of security and police and army. Also, you've got to bear in mind that Mr. Trump is a stable genius, as he puts it, and he likes to bestride the world stage. And so I think because the president of China was the great favourite star at Davos last year, I think Mr. Trump wants to be the star this year. I think that there will be a lot of politicians wanting to speak to the gallery. Mr. Trump will be wanting to play to his political base over in the States, so he will want to be seen to be talking tough. And in a similar fashion, Mr. Macron and Mrs. Merkel, who's still trying to form a government in Germany, will also be wanting to be seen to be supporting their national self-interest. So I suspect we're going to be seeing quite a few fireworks